And what we were talking about was the capturing step, which is using your body to block. A simple back ocho is a forward step which requires very little. But if you want to navigate, and I want to take a turn, capture, pivot, more back ochos, capture, pivot. So I'm using the capture to change the direction, and it obviously works on both sides. Capture, pivot, capture, pivot. That's a navigational tool that you can use to get around the dance floor, but it obviously is a linear thing, so you have to be travelling. Not necessarily as good. You can use it if you're very clever and you're very tight to dance in a circle. Less useful. But the principle is using the capturing step. What do we do next? I can't remember. Hey?
Come on, people.
Half hero.
Half hero. Oh yes. Well, that was, yes. Half hero. Is that what we did next?
Yeah.
Using. Yeah, that was it. I remember now. We were controlling our follower's body position with the movement of ours. So moving. If I take a side step, straight on, my follower goes with me. And because she's a lovely follower, she stands and she's right in front of me. If I want to create space to take a forward step, I have to turn my body slightly, because I've now got space to step through here. We're still connected here exactly the same way, but that small turn from here to here has created the space. Then to lead a half hero from here, a little wind up and the turn, and I've stayed on one foot. We looked at the dynamic of the initiation of the hero. So having taken that small turn, a little turn to the right hand side, you pause at that point, you can pause at that point, with a little wind up, and as you wind up you sink down slightly and wind up slightly more to the right, so that you add energy to the drive into the hero, to left, half hero to left. Then we looked at adding on the side step, so that you can link more than one or two together. Side, and you're back in your starting position to add another. And we talked about if you were going to glue a few together, the place to pause, because a half hero is a backside forward, a full bit of a hero is a backside forward side, which gives you the 4 steps. The place to pause, if you're going to continue, is on the side step, having led a back, side, forward, side, and pause. Back, side, forward, side. And just because it comes to my head in like this, you know how I messed with your heads this morning,
Yeah.
and then Shad said, it's so easy. Watch. Back, side, forward, side. Walk in a box. Then we looked at adding the whip, adding a fish down, adding a whip to the half hero, with a little dynamic here, and pausing. The sink down, corkscrewing down into the ground as you add the whip, which puts the stopping at that place so that you can finish at that point. Gives you the opportunity there to add and change direction at that point. Whip, little pull back on your left shoulder. We then looked at the next bit, taking that back step. But making sure that you're in control at this point of every step, so that you don't get used to using this as, if I do this turn I have to take the back step, because you don't know necessarily what's behind you, or if you're aware of it, you can stop it before you go that far. The hero is on the spot. Here I've taken no space on the dance floor. Here I've possibly driven into someone else, or a table, or so you can be aware of your circumstances. Then we looked at an exit from that was obviously putting an ocho portado at the end. There's a really obvious finish at that point. a really simple finish. We then controlled it and did a second one to the left, did we not? I believe. Using our body position to control the back step. Add the whip, take the body position and step across slightly in front of our partner so that I'm blocking her from taking any further forward steps, and then you can do it again. What did we do then? Oh yeah, oh no, then there was that really nice little thing. That was a really nice little thing that we did next, which was the forward step. That very simple thing. The thing there is the body positioning. So the footwork is simple, but the body positioning, the devil is in the detail in the top half. Here, I'm rolling around with my chest on my partner. I've let our heads come apart. We're at 90 degrees at this point. But because we've got constant contact in our chests, it doesn't feel like we've come apart into open embrace at no point there. You can absolutely dance it with head-to-head contact all the way around, but you have to be conscious of how you're moving with your partner. And then I messed with your noodles this morning. And I'm just gonna gloss over the front bit. We did some stuff that didn't work quite as nice as I did in my head when I was thinking about it. And it's fundamentally walking in a circle or a box. But it fundamentally starts with my weight on my left foot as a leader. The follower's weight here. And then just moving back out of the way. Walking round in a circle. Leading back with my right shoulder, moving it constantly out the way, using my right leg to go hook behind and create lots of space and wind up the corkscrew here, which enables me to lead this thing around in a circle. And then to add a bit more energy, as my follower's inside leg comes forward, you add a little snap. To create a box.
I think it's enough now.
I'll go take it the other way.
Unwind me. Okay, cool.
And that's what we did. I think that's what we did. It's quite a lot of fun. But you know.